Before rigging, it's important to reset our transforms by right-clicking on the location and selecting it from the list like so. Now I can click Shift A in my viewport and from the menu navigate to Armature and find the basic human meta rig and click to add it to the scene. In orthographic view, scale it down to match our hand, and then in the object properties, check the in front option under viewport display tab. That will make the armature show up in front of the hand. Although this is a human hand technically, we must treat it as a full human character for this to work. So we need to find our arms, legs, head and so on within this hand geometry. I begin by moving the bones to the center of each finger like so. I can see this as having 3 legs, so I shall duplicate one of the legs to get this and move it in place for the index finger. Make sure you duplicate the entire leg when you do this, including the heel bone, as it won't work otherwise. The pinky finger and thumb become the arms in this context, so I shall move those in place. Once all bones are set in place, it should look like this. Now reset transformations by selecting all transforms from the list and then generate the rig. You should see something like this if it would work. If not, then you must check if you're missing any bones by reading the error message and then try again. Now I can skin this mesh to the bones of the rig by selecting the rig or the mesh first and then the rig and then selecting automatic weights, and that should do it. Let's test it. Going into pose mode, selecting one of the controls, move around, and right off the bat it does a very good job even with the skinning. There may be some areas that you need to tweak, but if the bone placements were good in the first place, you should get a fairly decent rig for most of your animations. And this is how I like to do. I just like to animate, and then if I find any issues with the skinning, then I can come back and fix the skinning and keep the animations as is. So I'll show that in another video, how I approach my animation. So that's about it. This is how I rigged, and there are many different ways you can do this, but this is how you do it with rigify really quickly, and gives you decent result. So I'll see you in the next video where I'll show a bit about how I animate this. So until then, yes, goodbye.